Hey guys, and welcome to River Collects. Today we are looking at a fairly new figure. This is Omega Spawn. So he was released in 2022. So like I said, not that old. But yeah, one of the figures that I've wanted to pick up for a while, and I'm glad that I finally got him because he looks really cool. So I'll put up on screen what he looks like in the comics. So you can see that he's sort of like an enemy of Spawn and captures him here. He is quite large in the comics, kind of like Monolith, although I think Monolith is supposed to be bigger. But yeah, you can see that clearly he's not as large as what he could be. Also, he's not really filling out the box all that well. I feel like the box is a little bit big for him, so I don't know why they just didn't make him a bit bigger, but yeah. I picked him up for $60, which I think is pretty reasonable. Usually he's around like the $80 to $100 mark, so I think that 60 is pretty reasonable. But anyway, let's get him out of his box and check him out. Alright guys, so we've got Omega Spawn here, and there he is in there. So sorry about the glare, but it's just one of those boxes, so you know, to deal with it. We've got a little opening up here. Can't really see too much though, so. And again, sorry about that glare, I know it's very bad on this box. Alright, to the side, so nothing too interesting. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I really like the simplistic style of like these boxes where we've just got like a couple of colors and really it's all about the figure that we've got here. And then after saying that, you know, we've got this wonderful detailed art on the side of Omega Spawn, of course, and that just looks awesome. That's straight out of comic book as well. There is a much better picture of him. So that is really awesome. So we'll just check out the bottom here, and there's nothing for us down there. Sorry, I know it's upside down, but yeah, nothing down there for us anyway. But yeah, let's get this figure out of his box and check him out. So the box was putting up quite a fight to get him out there, but anyway, we've got the stand here, which, you know, I've complained about it before and I'll say it again, I don't like that you have to destroy the back of the box of this, but yeah. Anyway, you know, I could just leave it if I really wanted, but let's get him out of his, I don't know what you call these, they're not really zip ties, but plastic ties or something. So he doesn't have too many, he's got about 5, but they're like double wrapped. Keep him in there nice and secure. And they've also put his big plastic cape through like the back, and man, it's always a pain to get him out of that. So you can see his cape here, and it's very plain in my opinion. It's, yeah, not really that good. But anyway, let's check out his articulation. So he's got those like double ball joint shoulders that's really nice. We've got a little bit of movement in the head, not too much. And then, of course, we got the elbows as well, which they do have the double ones again. And then the wrists do have some movement as well. His fingers, though, are in one spot. That's how they're molded. They don't move. So, yeah, not too much articulation overall, but, you know, the usual amount that this is what we would usually see from these newer figures. So it's not out of the ordinary, but yeah, and it all works really well. Nothing stiff. We kind of got that diaper thing going on. It's nowhere near as bad as what it was with Sigor. I think he sort of had the worst one, but yeah, it's not too bad here. I think it looks a lot better than Sigor. So I'm just going to put him into his stand here, and he is having some problems with standing up on his own, so it's not great in that regard, but yeah, I'm going to try his other foot. I think you can get him standing up, but it is a bit of a struggle, and I think that his cape on the back is certainly not helping this. If you kind of lean him forwards, which I found to be the key for this, he does actually stand quite well, so I'm a little bit worried about him going into the figure shelf, because obviously I don't want him knocking over anything, and him being a bigger figure, he could potentially do some damage in there. Anyway guys, I'm going to get him standing and then leave you with the showcase and be back with my final thoughts. Guys, that has been our look at Omega Spawn. So let me know what you think of him down in the comments below. For me, I think he suffers a little bit from the same problem as Monolith, which is he's not that tall, and considering his size in the comics, I would have liked to have seen a bigger figure. And I'm a bit unsure like why we can have a massive Violator, a massive Cygor, but we can't have a big Omega Spawn. Yeah, but besides his height, I think that most of the details here are really, really good. We've actually got some dry brushing, which is pretty, you know, few and far between for the new figures from McFarlane Toys. So I do appreciate that. I think, you know, overall the sculpt is really, really good. I love this sculpt on him. There's a lot of hidden details. Because he is painted all black, there are just a lot of hidden details that you don't see right here. But if you look a lot closer, you can see a lot of these hidden details. Biggest downside to him, I think, is he's having a little bit of trouble standing up, which it's not too bad. But the cape on the back, now this retail is, for here in Australia, this is like $90 to $100 usually. That's what I've seen it around, and I've even seen it as much as $110. Now to me, this figure is just not worth that much. You know, I got him for 60. I think that 60, 70, I would have liked to have seen 50, but that's probably asking a bit too much. But yeah, I think that around the price I bought him for is pretty good. However, yeah, usually retail he's like so expensive, and that's why I've put off like buying him for so long. But the thing is, when Violator and Cygor came out, like, they're big figures. This guy is not that big, and they're asking the sort of same price. So I don't know what your prices are in your countries, but if you let me know, that would be pretty cool to find out. But I think the biggest problem I have with him is actually this cape. This like big fur cape. I don't know why they did this. It looks really horrible. It looks like it's got no bend in it whatsoever. Yeah, at the top here, I think it looks cool, but just the back looks absolutely horrid. I don't like it at all, and to think that we're actually paying for this plastic, like this is an expensive figure, we're paying for that plastic, and it just doesn't do anything for me. It's really, yeah, not that good. So, you know, I don't think we'll ever see it with McFarlane Toys again, but I'm hopeful, you know, an actual fake fur cape would have been awesome. And real chains, of course, you know, I love the old figures because of those little details, and they're really nice, but we're just not seeing it with these new ones. So, you know, a real fur cape and real chains, I don't even have to have the real chains. I think that if they had just done the real fur cape, I would have been really impressed. But yeah, I just don't know about this one that we've got on him at the moment. I've seen some people like modify him and actually put a real one on, and it looks really good, but you know me, I don't really like modifying the figures. I like to keep them as they are. But yeah, anyway, that is my thoughts on Omega Spawn. So let me know what you think of him down in the comments. Is this one you've picked up? What are your thoughts and feelings on him? Yeah, leave me a comment, and please like this video. That helps me out a lot. And if you're new here, please subscribe, because there are actually a lot of you that aren't subscribing, but you still watch these videos. So, you know, look at this chart. If you're going to be here anyway, you may as well subscribe. So hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.